Today I want to talk about a feeling you may have that something is fundamentally wrong with you. I can tell you, this is a common feeling, but one that can be overcome. Not by fixing yourself, but by understanding yourself. So if you're one of these people that has this nagging sensation that something is fundamentally wrong, this is not another vain attempt at self-improvement or self-help, but the desperate need for self-acceptance. Stick around. A terrible image would be of someone coming to the end of their life and realizing the truth. There's nothing wrong with you. And we carry around a deep sensation of what I call the twin bother. Not the twin brother, but the twin bother. And this comes with an illusion that we have that results can be exactly as we intend them to be. And as the Bhagavad Gita reminds us, we do not have the right to the fruit of our labor. We cannot claim the result. You might say the result is out of your hands. And if you try to take matters into your own hands, you are deceiving yourself. This is the notion of breaking free from the sensation that something is fundamentally flawed with me. And in the Catholic Church, one of the first things they do is call to mind their sins. And this drives me nuts. Because the very thing we want to do is to not call attention to what Isaiah calls the former things. It says in Isaiah, forget the former things. That is a way of saying that what you create is not yours. Results don't belong to you. You can't take matters into your own hands in this way. And as humans, we are partial results. We're culminations. And results have with them something called gremlins. If we had to do it all over again, we would have built this kind of a house. If we had to do it all over again, we would have done this and we would have done that. There's always some kind of thing, like a variance or a surprise, that pops into the unforeseen circumstances. And that means that the future is not controlled by expectations of it. You can't direct the gremlins. And I'm using the word gremlins to paint a picture of how squirrely results are. You can devote your entire being to the things you create, but they will come out janky. That's what a gremlin is. So the physical world is filled with imperfections, which help us notice them. They are imperfections in an aesthetic way, that they are perfectly embedded into the artistic display of creation. And you are a display of some kind. And so when we copy what the universe does, when we play a piece of music, or we create a YouTube channel, or we cook a meal, it's filled with unexpected blooms of variants or viruses or surprises. And you can't direct it. You cannot control outcome. And because you can't control outcome, you develop a sensation that something's wrong with you. I can't get it. And what's so weird is that you are a result. Remember, the physical structure are results, artistic renderings. And even those results don't belong to you. Your body doesn't belong to you. Your voice doesn't belong to you. The way you do things doesn't belong to you. And how it comes out does not belong to you. As the individual that made those things. Because you can't control the gremlins. You can't control if something goes viral. You can't control if something flops. You can't control if something doesn't work. Doesn't fit together. You're at the mercy of something you can't pin down. Does that make you fundamentally flawed? No. It means that surprise and variance, this twin bother, is your own shadow playing with you. I don't know how it works, but we play with our own images, and they play back. And that scares the shit out of people. And so this feeling of being flawed is simple paranoia. The gremlins are fine. Your imperfections are fine. It's because of our myopic view of where we stand in the universe. It's almost like looking at a pixelated picture too closely. It looks like a mess. But if you got the bigger picture, you would notice that the tapestry or the mosaic, or the way the dots and the flashes are mixed up. It's perfect. Don't touch it. What you're trying to fix is already perfect. What you're trying to do and meddle and help and improve is already balanced. This is about getting into the bigger picture, and you are too focused on the illusion of self that you've turned the heat up on yourself. And to turn the heat off of yourself would be to take the spotlight off of your problems and me and shine them somewhere else. This is about becoming yourself. Your irreducible, natural self. And you've already done it. In those moments when you're just bawling your eyes out, laughing hysterically, lost in some fantastic fun at the beach, engaging in mind-blowing sex, the kind of sex that makes your eyes roll into the back of your head, or really tasting a wonderful bolognese sauce. That's what I call lost in love, wonder, and praise. And if you want the whole realm of nature to be yours, throw yourself into that wonderful place of losing track of time. Losing track of thinking something's wrong with you. That's what it means to forget the former things. Why are you going to Mass? Calling to mind your sins. When do we ever get to be free from that bullshit, friends? What you did, it's not yours. What you made, what you said, it's filled with gremlins. And this is the word for filled with surprise, variance, contrast, stuff that just, you can't take in all those considerations when you make a decision. You're living in a world of risk, and you think you've got it all taken care of, and whammo. This is about trusting the gremlins, trusting the shadows, trusting the darkness, trusting the fear, trusting when it doesn't look like it's working, and trusting that what you create is beautiful and fine, particularly if it comes from a place of love. And it comes from that place where you're enjoying yourself, and you've really immersed yourself, and you've lost yourself. Then you are yourself. Because that feeling of feeling like something's wrong is gone too. So to throw your arms into the love of nature would be simply to forget it. And to wander. And to wonder. A result is a static image that you freeze frame time, that you've stopped evolution, taken a picture of it and say, look how horrible that is, but it's still ongoing. You're still breathing, you're still moving, you're still being. You are not a static image. You are an ongoing, evolving, fluctuating, expanding. And then you recognize that in yourself you're unstoppable. And nothing can separate you from your evolving nature. And you're a witness to it. Calling to mind your sins. Living with regret. Thinking something's wrong. You don't know enough to think something's wrong. Especially if you can take that heat off of yourself and shine your light into the world. And be there for someone else. To create something for others to see. To expose yourself. Flaws and all. And to love all of yourself, even if you can't see the big picture. It's a motion picture. And you are not a static image. You are not a result that culminates. Nothing has culminated yet. The fat lady hadn't sung. Now's your chance to stop being hypnotized. And to leave that foolishness of something being wrong with you, leave that behind. We're all broken, if you want to call it that. But beautifully broken. Perfectly broken. Because where the fragment is, the wholeness is. Where the partial is, the wholeness is. And that's the big picture. Where rightness is, wrongness is. So that feeling of wrongness means that somehow it's right. Fundamentally, it's all together. So you got to get out of the result game. It is indeed out of your hands. You don't own your body. You don't own your circumstances. You don't own the world. Nor do you run it, control it, dominate it, or anything. It's full of gremlins. And the more you mess with it, the worse it seems to get. Let it go. Let your light shine. Even if the results that you produce represent a state of consciousness that's evolving, that's okay. And do it again and again and again and again and show the evolving consciousness that you too are growing and expanding and evolving. My name is Ryan. I hope that these insights helped you with that feeling that maybe something's wrong with you and you can second guess that. Please check out my blog if you have a moment. It's called mymorningmotivator.com.